Hi everyone, this is Ada. My video today is on a review of my lovely double flap Chanel bag. I have had her now, we're in October. I've had her since June, July, August, and 4 months. So I thought I would do a review. I have used her a fair bit and I have my receipt here. If you've watched my other videos, you'll find out that my husband has done this new system for me. So I have all the details. I bought her on, let's just show her first. Here she is. How gorgeous is she? I love her. Well and truly worth it. I bought her on the 14th of June and I bought her in Melbourne. So my husband and I took a trip to Melbourne. I dealt with a gentleman named Kubra who was just excellent. My first experience with my GST was a poor one. I bought that in Melbourne as well. So this one I was a bit nervous about going into Chanel again in Melbourne, but this time I had such a pleasant experience. I had heard stories that you had to put your name down for these bags. I checked them out in Brisbane, so I just thought I'll take potluck. If the universe wants me to have this bag, I will get this bag, because we're going from Melbourne after that to Sydney. So I walked straight in, asked if they had any. Yes, they did. And I went away for about 5 minutes and thought about it and then went back. So here she is. Now, after having used her for a couple of months, obviously I'll just show you how she came, which to me is half the fun. So a beautiful box with the camellia flower. And then she has gold hardware, because I am a gold lover, so it's sometimes hard to get the hardware you want, but I was just lucky they had the gold hardware. Now, what can I tell you about this bag? I adore this bag. Probably I'll start with the negative. I suppose the negative is you do have to downsize. Another negative I would say is it is a heavier bag, but other than that, I really don't. I find it perfectly fine. If you don't like heavier bags or you don't like to downsize, I mean, this is the jumbo, so imagine if you got any smaller, you'd have to really downsize. But you just have to organize yourself a bit better. The benefits are many. One, it's a classic bag and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It goes with most things, but what I like, while it's heavier on your shoulder, what I like is the leather here is actually quite comfortable. It is, I must say, it is the caviar one. It's not the lambskin. I decided to get that because it's obviously a lot more hard wearing. So I find when I have it on my shoulder, the leather pieces in here do help. So I don't find it an issue of digging in, but I can carry a fair heavy bag. So I've got other bags that people think are heavy and I don't think they are. So for me, that's fine. Another positive that I really love is this pocket on the back. I use this. I'm not worried about it stretching. If it stretches a little bit, that's fine, because I think it is a very usable pocket. What I put down here is my mobile phone, or if I'm worried about my mobile phone and I know I don't have to use it, I'll put it in here, but I'll put change in here, like not coins obviously, but notes or some receipts or whatever I've had in my hand. I put notes in here to go and get a coffee. So if I know I'm in a lineup for a coffee or for lunch or something I have to pay, I actually put the notes in there. Obviously it's got the CC, which is a very easy lock to open. I've had no problems with that. It is the double flap, so obviously I don't use this, but I love the history of this with Chanel's love notes. I think I did put a receipt in there once, but yeah, it's not really usable, but I suppose, you know, you could hide something in there if you wanted to. If you went shopping and your husband didn't know you'd been shopping, you could put a receipt in there. No. Okay, so what else can I tell you? Oh yes, it is, it's got Chanel written there. It's got 2 little screws. I've had no trouble with that as well. There doesn't seem to be much scratching with that. I've had really no problems with it. It did mark a little bit here from, I don't know what I had in there. I'm not too sure, but that's fine. I believe bags should be used. So the double flap, it's got the burgundy inside. You know, the history on that is it was the color of her uniform or her clothing in the, what do you call it, orphanage. That's it. Sometimes I get lost for words. There is a lipstick holder here. I actually do use it. I know not a lot of people don't, but I do. This is where I usually put my phone, and I don't mind if it sticks out. So I find you can actually put things in, and this, because it's got the dome shape there, it does still close. So you've got the two compartments there and then the big opening there. So what I do is I take a toiletries bag or a cosmetics bag, put things in there. I take my sunglasses. The Louis Vuitton sunglass holder, it does fit. I actually have it sticking up that way and it does fit there with the dome. What else do I have? And my wallet and just some keys. So that's what I'll take with that. And also I will put some, you can even put your phone down there as well. So you can put some things in this other pocket. So I find this bag very usable. The other thing I was worried about, which I haven't found such an issue, is that when I've got it over my shoulder like this, and I've only got and I've got maybe something else in my hand, having to, like my wallet, I might have my wallet out and I think, can I put it back in, and then have to close the double flap? Well, I have found it a lot easier. As long as everything is organised properly, I find it quite easy to just latch it back up again. So that was a worry I have. The only problem I have, or I suppose the disadvantage, would be if you haven't got things, if you're trying to put too much in it and you're trying to latch it up, then it will be hard over your shoulder to actually do it back up again. But it says Chanel, made in Italy, and the CCs are there, and it's just, I find it a very hard wearing bag. I don't know what the lambskins are like, but the caviar, if anyone's thinking about getting one and you're trying to decide between the leathers, the caviar, this is my second caviar piece because I have the GST. It is very hard wearing. I've had no issues with it. Obviously you look after it, but honestly, let me just see, I paid $6,980. It is a lot of money, but I will have this in my collection for a long time. And do I regret it? No. Would I buy it again? Yes. Now, as I said, this is the jumbo size. So if you're wondering on the size, I did look at, I don't know what it's called. It's a size up from this, extra jumbo, whatever. I don't think that's what it's called, but if you're wondering, I will insert a picture of this, of me wearing this. I'm about 5'7.5", so it is a good size for me, just average frame. So if you're wondering, if you're smaller, you might have to go down a size. So that's my review on the beautiful classic double flap Chanel bag. Don't forget everyone, Ada Loves Style. See you again next time. Bye. Hey everyone, Ada Loves Style.